Hello, educators. Today, we are exploring Seesaw, a dynamic learning platform that supports adaptive instruction and is developmentally appropriate for young learners. Seesaw empowers students to document their learning journey through photos, drawings, voice recordings, and videos, fostering creativity and engagement. So, first, we will start off on how do I access Seesaw. First, we're going to go and make an account. Go to I am a teacher. I want to sign up for an account. Now, I already have an account, so it may bypass this. It did. So if you did not have an account, it would have you type in your first and last name, your school email address, and then it would sign you into create a password, and then you would log in. It is very simple. So if you were for your students, I suggest it has two possible ways. You can use a QR code provided by you, or use their Google account or email address provided by the school. I find that for my young learners, pre-K and K especially, QR codes work the best because they are still learning alphabet, keyboard, all of those that go into it, and sometimes logging in via an email address is a really long part, and we want them to get to the learning and not be stuck on just trying to get logged in. So I suggest using a QR code. The kids pick up learning how to use a camera very quickly on any device. In fact, it's their favorite thing to do. So I suggest using a QR code. Maybe for your second graders, they could use a Google account, or your older grades, second and above, can use a Google account, email, or whatever. For families, they need to download the Seesaw app and visit the app.seesaw.me. Select that I'm a Seesaw. Select I am a family member. Follow the prompts and connect to the child's journal. If a student is doing some work in Seesaw, to save that progress, they would simply, whatever device they're using to post, whether it's drawing, photos, videos, etc., there is a green check mark. And I can actually show you as I present this view as a student. As you can see, this is how it would come up for a student. You see the green check mark. You can play the video. You can go to the discussions, your learning tools. You can take a tour on how to do that if they forget. You can view instructions again. So this would be if you were presenting. Let's go back to the lesson. It would look just the same, just so you know. And you can click Save Progress. They would find their name and their picture, and then click it and save it. Also, right here for teachers, it has a lesson plan that you can do. It gives you the I will statement. It tells you the materials and resources you need. It tells you what review lesson you should do. If it's whole group, small group, or independent practice. It gives you tips. It gives you introductions. It gives you timing on all of this. So this is right up the teacher, makes it easy, cheesy peasy for a teacher to just implement it and how they could use it quickly. It tells you what the targets are. Teachers can also review and approve work and give feedback, which is great because we're always needing to give that feedback. If they want to exit the app, they would click on either their picture or their initials and then click on the red sign out. I'm going to go back to so say I want to do something for second grade. It will come up with some things for second grade. I can click on any of this and it will give me resources. Right off the bat, we know we've got some reading comprehension, reading fluency, templates, talking about ask and answer questions about the text, our social emotional lessons. It even can do things in a different language. So that is part of that. If I wanted to browse by my standards, now this is for your teacher, how you would apply it if you were a teacher. You would go towards your state, being in Texas. I stick to my English language art learners, second grade, and I'm going to click it search. And it's going to come up with, in just a second, as you can see, it tells you the TEKS that you're working on. And it gives you these correlations. Okay, these are all the things that you can click on and assign to students to help their learning. So you can assign these activities as a teacher, and they can respond and do the tasks. So accessing the lesson plan for teachers. The Seesaw offers ready-made or customizable lesson plans that support early childhood standards. Accessing the lesson plans, you click on the library at the top of the dashboard. You can choose your grade level or subject. Browse thousands of standard aligned lessons created by educators around the world. Using and customizing the lesson, you can click assign to send the lesson directly to your students. Use copy and edit to personalize the lesson to your classroom needs. Modify instructions and add voice directions or insert classroom specific content. Creating your own lessons. Use the add button to create your own activity right up here. Add photos, videos, templates, and audio to scaffold the learning for your students. Save your customized activities to your activity library for future use. You can also use it in collaboration with teams. So share lessons within your grade level, build consistency across classrooms, and ensure alignment with curriculum goals. Seesaw's built-in lesson plan tools help teachers save time on prep, easily adapt for diverse learners, align with instruction and state standards, and developmental benchmarks. So if you're using this in your classroom for classroom applications for pre-K through second grade, you can use literacy. Having students record themselves reading and retelling builds their fluency. Teachers can assess that fluency and their comprehension using the submitted audio. For math, use the digital manipulatives for counting, sorting, and digital drawing shapes. Assigning interactive number stories or math journals. Science. Students document hands-on experiments by taking pictures and describing their observation. So once again, for those ELL learners, it is getting those language, using that language. Any of our kids need to work on language building skills. So talking about what they see. Encouraging curiosity by having students ask questions and record predictions. You can also hit that social emotional lesson with art. Let students draw how they feel and explain it with audio and promote that creativity. So as you can see, Seesaw transforms how we teach and how students can learn. It makes it more engaging and with its developmentally appropriate design, supports adaptive instruction, an extensive library of customizable lesson plans. It's a must-have tool for any early childhood classroom. It helps teachers save time, differentiate learning, and we all know trying to do multiple tasks in an early childhood classroom, you have a million things going on. You have pencils being sharpened. You have questions being asked that you've already made instructions for. You have, that's you've said 5 or 6 times. You have students off task, for various reasons. Kids going to the bathroom, and all while you're trying to get the standards taught. And so, as a teacher, making things that are as engaging as possible, giving the students more control of what they are producing versus just giving them a worksheet and saying, here you go, learn this. This gets them out of that worksheet and actually participating in their learning. So it helps by giving them the students a voice and a choice in their learning. So thank you for listening about Seesaw. I hope you found some of it very fascinating, as I have. I haven't actually used this in my classroom, and I think I might start. So this is Amanda Beshears for my LTDE class 5306. Thank you for listening.